Hey there, true believers. Ryan Kisaragi with Let's Play Harvest Moon Back to Nature. Last time, we started up fall. Hooray, fall. The season of spinach. I almost said broccoli, trying to not say whatever. You know what I'm trying to say. Anyway, we started up this season. Our sun has 10 hearts. It's pretty dope. Let's not have that, shall we? So yeah, that's where we're at. We did the music festival too. We did that. It was very cute. I like the PS1 singing. It hits different, and a few people agree with me, which is nice. All right, so Deku's on his way up. We'll deal with Deku later. So between videos, it's been a few days between videos because I'm on top of everything in my life. We're doing a same-day record again because I have control of my life. Anyway, we're doing that. I want to get the cow underneath you, please. Oh, thank you, hitboxes. God to your PS1 hitboxes, hell yeah. So a few days. So I have tried all 3 at this point flavors of my my gamer subs. They were flavor. They were fine. I liked. Steven's gonna clip this out of context, and it's gonna make me say something really weird. I liked the titty milk flavor more than I thought I was going to, because I don't like raspberry that much, and I don't like milk either. So like, all of that kind of was like, this is gonna be bad. It was okay. It was okay. Better than the melon, I'll say that. It didn't make me feel sick for like a half an hour after drinking it. I felt fine. So on positive side, didn't feel sick with that one. Huzzah! I tried the mango this morning, and that's the last one I got, and the mango was good. It was like Powerade mango, if that makes any sense to anybody. Because you see Powerade made, I don't think they do anymore with it. Okay, it's not even bothered with that one. Oh, thank you, sheep. You're so very close, but still far enough away for me to not have to interact with you to get the food for you and get. Thanks. Yeah, the Powerade made a mango flavor. It was really good, and then I think they stopped. It was that mango. So yeah, that was pretty good too. Overall, give it a solid 6 out of 7. Not great, but not as bad as I thought it was going to be. A solid 5 or 6. 5 or 6 out of 7. Then just getting home today, I have my Rogue Energy packets in the mail, so I have those on my counter. We're going to try those over the next few days, so I'll give you more energy powder reviews. Sponsor me, somebody. Please, I need money. Be the first person to ask Rain to sponsor you. Yeah, that'll be a thing, right? I reached 2,000, almost the ballpark of 3,000 people right, on the YouTube. My videos get regularly 25 views. That's a number that I'm curious to see how that what that means. Like why it's so different. I don't understand, but it also isn't for me to understand. It's everything's grown. Well, not everything, but a lot of things have grown today. That's the thing I'll never understand is YouTube algorithm. But then again, there could be people who sub to me who only want to watch Yakuza, and then there's no one who watches me wants to watch Yakuza. People who only want to do farm sims, only Pokemon for some reason, you know, just stuff. I get it, but yeah, so, I don't know. That's one of those big inconsistencies that I would like to try and like fix, but you know, it's So, oh, speaking of what the last RPG was we played, thank you. I think it was Chiaga who pulled this out. But I guess technically the last RPG I would consider that we played was an RPG would be Imagination. That's absolutely an RPG. I forgot we played that, to be completely honest. That's embarrassing. Then again, I play so many games on screen and off. I can't be expected to remember all of them. That's my excuse, and I'm sticking to it. Just a big old dummy at the end of the day. There you go, Deku. Alright, let's take care of this stuff. Alright, and there was a wrestling question asked of me last video or the video before. I forget which one, but there was a wrestling question asked. The current storyline with Adam Cole and Maxwell Jacob Friedman MJF. I turned on this storyline from being a kind of like meh, whatever, because like, oh, they're odd couple tag team guys, which is a thing we like to do in wrestling, where we take two people who don't get along and make them a tag team, because can they coexist? By God! It's one of the oldest things in wrestling. It's whatever. But the fact that MJF was bothering Cole, or Adam rather, on his stream made this be like, oh, so we're like committing to the bit. And the shtick goes like, MJF has never had any friends because he's an asshole, hurts people before they can hurt him, etc., etc., which is like logical, in line with his character. That tracks. All that makes sense. So we're already clearing the logic barrier, which is good. Then the two of them start to bond because, you know, Adam isn't a saint, so they bond over kind of being assholes a little bit. And like, yeah, all right, okay, this is all right. I'm kind of getting into the groove with this. They do their tag team thing. I'm pretty sure they lost because they didn't become tag champs, but I don't remember exactly. Then they had a title match because MJF is the champion and Cole was challenging him through whatever, and it's like, oh, we're gonna do this, and everyone's like, oh, one of them's gonna turn on another one and be a bad guy again, because they're both kind of good guys, sorta. I mean, MJF is never a good guy, but he's like as close as MJF gets, so like, fair enough. But there was a big thing about will MJF turn on his only friend Adam Cole, or will Adam Cole turn on it? And then it didn't happen. They just kind of like, they had their title match, they shook hands, they're still friends. Which, as a lot of people, I've seen things on both sides like, oh, they should have turned, they should have not. I'm on the side where I think it was a good thing that they didn't make one of them a bad guy yet. Now, I really am enjoying the things I've seen from the Roderick Strong and the Kingdom, because I'm a sucker for Matt Taven and Mike Bennett. I like them quite a bit. Punch him in the wiener, give him a pile driver. Hell yeah. So I'm a sucker for those guys getting like screen time. So I'm a little bit biased in that regard. But I think the Roderick Strong and the Kingdom stuff is great. Why are you bringing that up? Right? It doesn't make any sense. Those guys don't have anything to do with the other two guys. They kind of. Long story short, Adam Cole, Roderick Strong, other people were on a team, a big popular team. Came to AEW, still on that team, sort of, in a roundabout way. So they're friends and they have history with each other. That's going to be really annoying. Good that we need more grass. like, oh, they're friends from before, this and that, and we gotta be cool with my new friends and all this and whatever like that. So Roderick Strong got hurt, and Cole didn't go help him, which is kind of the big like crux of the story at this point with those guys. I really like bringing that in because I can see one of them. I don't know if it's going to be Adam Cole or MJF who turns on the other, but if we can involve the Kingdom and Roddy in it somewhere, then that's going to be pretty dope. I could see it happening when Kyle O'Reilly, another member of that group of friend guys, I can see when he comes back from injury, it kind of getting the trigger pulled on it. I could see that. It's going to be interesting regardless. Egg. I'm glad that you like getting the same thing every day. I say that every single video at this point. But yes, I'm enjoying the Adam Cole MJF stuff. I think it's adding layers to MJF's character instead of just like he's an asshole. Because he's a great bad guy. He genuinely is one of the most detestable human beings in Gugu, indeed. Even Baby Chiago thinks so. Just one of the most irredeemable assholes in all of wrestling, and he's fantastic. MJF is just chef kiss. So adding layers to make him more of like, he has like a reason for being an asshole. I thought I had my sickle out still. I would have been very sad, but I didn't. And adding layers to him is nothing but good. So I like that. The kind of moral ambiguity between the two of them, because Adam Cole's starting to be more of a bad guy now. He still gets cheered because he's still, cool guy heel, which is an issue I have with modern wrestling. I'm not the only one. We need more just absolute scumbags in wrestling. We have too many, like, he's a bad guy, but he's cool, so we cheer him because he's cool. No, we need bad guys who are just actual shitheads who you want to see beat up. That's the whole point of a heel. I have that complaint. Old man wrestling fan. But yeah, that's kind of my long-winded opinion. I think it's a good idea they didn't have them split because you can do so much more and make it so much more impactful later, and like it can mean something because imagine this. MJF's first ever friend, his only like genuine friend, betrays him for his old friends, and says like, "Ha, screw you, new friend. I have my old friends." And then MJF is just kind of by himself again. And then now with this knowledge of like, oh, what is friendship, and now it's gone. What's the evolution of the character through that? And I think that could be very interesting. Like, would we just get like, I can't trust anybody, I was right to be an asshole to everybody, or do we get, I've learned my lesson and I was wrong before, so now I'm gonna be like a better human being, still an asshole, but a better human being. So I don't know. You could make much more interesting stories that way. So I'm in favor of them staying together. I think that's quite good. And Roddy Strong and his neck brace is like one of the silliest things in wrestling, and I love it to death. So he got his neck broken in storyline, not in reality, and he wears this big neck brace all the time now, except for when he wrestles, because he still wrestles with a broken neck, with a canonically broken neck. But then when he wins, he just like lays on the mat and demands his friends come and put the neck brace back on. So he just does like a full regular ass match, and then just like wins, and then falls to the floor like, ah, my neck. It was final to this very second. It's very funny. It's very funny. You really forget how much charisma Roderick Strong actually has until you see the charisma that he has. Because he's a very boring, personality-less wrestler, to be completely honest. All through like Ring of Honor, all through his solo run, he's just been very boring and bland. But if you give him something to do, he is great. He's very, very entertaining. So, yeah, I like that too. I'm just a fan of goofy wrestling. I love that Danhausen. So, yeah, I guess that's my long-winded answer for like what I like in what I think about this whole situation. I like Matt Taven. I think he could be better on the mic, but I think he's a pretty solid wrestler overall. That's a chicken, not an egg. Which one came first? I don't know. Cool. That's not the floor. Good. That's not the floor. Good. All right. I'm always worried now because of that last time where we chucked the mayonnaise on the floor. Let's not do that, shall we? And then Mike Bennett is just incredibly charismatic. If you know his story, like his real life story, where he was like hooked on drugs and like at the lowest point in his life, and then wrestling saved him and like got him clean and all that. And this is like the real person, not the character, but it kind of became the character. I think it's weird like that sometimes. Bennett's story is great. So, yeah, anything to get him more spotlight, to get him more chances and opportunities, hell yeah. If only they had Vincent still in the kingdom, but Vincent's doing his own thing now with, what is his faction called? The Righteous. That's it. Yeah. The Righteous. I wish I saw more of the Righteous, because they're like this weird cult thing, and I love that for some reason in wrestling. I love weird cults, and just I really wish I saw more of the Righteous, but what I have seen, I've enjoyed. So, and Vincent's just a creepy looking dude, just a creepy sort of Charles Manson looking dude. It's a great pick for him to be like a cult leader character. Very, very like good representation. There you are. Now we're gonna go sleep. It's 7:40. Yes, our day is over. We don't have to do anything else anymore. We're gonna go to sleep. So, it's raining today too? Jesus Christ. Alright. Well, we made 4 days today. Indeed. Goo. Are we still at 10? We're still at 10. Cool. I had to check. Alright, we got our brush. Cool. Let's go. Let's go. We may get 4 days. Oh, okay. We are not going to get 4 days because of the spinach. But that's fine. We can do the great spinach harvest and the subsequent replanting of the spinach. It's like the running of the bulls, just much less interesting. You know. But yeah, we'll get that done today too. Cool. Boop. I really wish we could see more of Athena wrestling too. I really like her character now. This is just Rain talks about wrestling for an hour, by the way. That's what we're gonna do today. I really like Athena. Her becoming a bad guy, which is, I think, a very funny story, like why she's a bad guy now. because like she had a very like high, like a very physical, aggressive match with somebody, and everyone online was like freaking out because like, oh, she's dangerous, she's violent, and it's like she's having a hard hitting match. What do you mean? And it was like taking it was like personally attacking her about it, and it was just weird. But then she's like, nah, screw it. I'm just gonna be like a violent female wrestler now, and just ran with it, and it's been very entertaining to watch. I like her just once again just being a shitty person. I think it's great. I think it's a great character. Really like the work that Athena's been doing, and if I didn't, she would probably like kick me in the throat. So there's also that. Which cow did I miss? No, stay away, seriously. Which cow did I miss? Did the cow go outside when I was not paying attention? That doesn't make any sense, though. You. You. I'm running out of cows to accuse. Is it you? How about you? Could it excuse me. Could it possibly be? No, it's you on the top layer here. No, it's not. Oh, did I throw a milk in here already? I don't remember. I don't think that I did. If I go outside and there's a cow out there. Oh, let's try counting the cows, he said, like not realizing that they're always moving. I was moving. Subscribe. Alright. Yeah, I really quite like Athena. I like Chris Statlander. I think she's doing very good work now that she's kind of dropped the silly alien character. Not that the alien character was bad. It wasn't. I enjoyed the comedy alien character. I thought it was quite a fun character. But yeah, shelf life. I think whatever she's got going on right now, definitely a bit more able to stay around. But then again, Orange Cassidy's been around for a million years, so hell do I know? Who do I think I am, Jim Cornette? What do I know? I probably know more than Jim Cornette, but you know, or at least more of a common person's opinion about wrestling than Jim does. Anyway. Let's not talk about Cornette, shall we? Just gonna make everyone upset. But yeah, that's kind of my wrestling opinions. Might stop. Sorry, my phone vibrated. If you definitely heard it. Sorry. It's not actively playing my ringtone, at least. Not this time. Alright, this is our first chance at getting the emojis to catch up. They're not going to overtake the spinach, but it would be quite fun if they did. But I don't think it's going to happen. Let's see. I love the sheer range of hard worker. That makes me so happy that it's just like, oh, you made 30 grand? Oh, you're a hard worker. You made $300,000? Oh, you're a hard worker. Piss off. Like, actually piss off with this. That's fun. Meanwhile, if I spend $1,000, I'll be a go-getter all of a sudden. Makes me sad. Please? Thanks. Sorry, I'm yawning. That's why I was fumbling with things. Let's go with that be the reason why I was fumbling around with things. And not just that I'm wildly incompetent. Oh, I don't know, man. Tools? just because I'm going to need to replant these. Just prepare to do so. And these do grow exceptionally fast. This is going to be a very productive season. More so than I originally planned, but it's fine. I think I give myself a week at the end of the season where I'm not going to have to do things constantly, but we'll see how that works out at the end. If it even works out at all, probably won't. But Rain, what about WWE stories? They fired Dolph Ziggler. How do you do that? He's so good. And I mean that unironically. He's so good. He's so incredibly talented. And they fired him. They fired my boy. Yeah, I don't know why they did that. I mean, I do, because the UFC merger thing, but I don't know why Dolph Ziggler. You could easily, like, fire a legend who doesn't do anything, who's making, like, 12 figures a year to sit on their ass. I'm just saying, if you can hire the Dudley Boys to not work for you, but also not work for anybody else, you can pay Dolph Ziggler to wrestle. That's all I'm gonna say about it. It is a decision of all time by WWE to do that. They fired other people too. I only really saw the news about Dolph, but any amount of firings is dumb and stupid and cringe. So doesn't really matter who else, really, not to me. I'm gonna call this part Wrestle Talk. So that's what this video is called now. I didn't intend to ramble about wrestling for 30 minutes, but, you know, here we are. There's a lot going on in the world of wrestling right now, for good and for bad. Mostly for bad. No, it's actually mostly good right now. We're at a pretty good time as far as. It's not Monday Night Wars Attitude Era or anything, but like as far as wrestling goes, it's a pretty decent time to be a wrestling fan. The indies have never been more plentiful. The wrestling quality on TV is still quite good. I'm looking forward to seeing what happens with Will Ospreay. One of my picks for best wrestler in the world right now. Ospreay's so good. He makes everything just look so effortless. But like he does the spiral tap. AJ, yeah, I know AJ Styles did it, but he does it too, and his looks awesome. AJ's also looked awesome. Now he just does a forearm, which is kind of meh. Honestly, I don't know. Yeah, I think Danielson is hurt. No, he's not hurt again. He's going to be cleared to wrestle Zack Sabre Jr., which I'm really excited for that. That's going to be a dope match. It's not going to be for everybody. I can't imagine. But if you like that sort of ground, hold, counter, hold, counter kind of style of wrestling, that slow, methodical kind, it's going to be good. It's going to be real good, and I'm very, very excited to see it. Even if I'm going to be watching it in like clips on YouTube, because I don't have the ability to watch pay-per-views for wrestling, because I work in the morning, and I cannot be up until 4 a.m. watching wrestling, and then wake up at 4:30 to get ready to go to work. I can't do that. Rain, how do you work at 4:30 in the morning? With my eyes open, generally. You kind of get used to it, I guess. But yeah, I'm excited about that. I like Zack Sabre. Danielson is just one of the best wrestlers in the history of wrestling. I will not hear any slander about the otherwise. So take your negativity elsewhere. Am drag for life. Omega, good. Very cold opinion. I like Omega. He's quite good as well. I wish he would slow down because his body is made of like paper mache at this point. So I wish he would slow down. I would like to get to watch more of Kenny Omega. But you know, there's a lot of good acts in wrestling now, which I think is quite nice. There's a nice big variety of stuff. And a lot of big varieties of stuff are getting the chance to shine, which is only beneficial. Because the analogy that I've look, I was thought I threw this spinach on the ground. I did not though. The analogy that I've seen is a wrestling show is a three-ring circus. Sure, you might be there for like the strong men, but if the show is only strong men, then people aren't going to show up because they want to see the acrobats. They want to see the lion tamers. They want to see they want to see the clowns for some godforsaken reason. I don't know why you'd ever willingly want to see a clown. Maybe as a dare, a bet that you lost. Maybe you're crazy. If so, seek help. Preferably non-clown related help. Anyway, Rain's personal bias against clowns aside. I have a fear of clowns, alright? I don't know what to tell you. I'm not going to defend my phobia. I'm allowed to be afraid. It's a perfectly normal reaction. But yeah, you kind of need everything to make a good wrestling show, and we have pretty good variety as far as things are concerned. That being said, I will die on this hill for forever and a day. Cody Rhodes should have beat Roman Reigns last year at WrestleMania. I will accept no other outcome for how that should have gone. I can bring this up too. I can bring this up too. Yes. This like legitimately good news that I was like super psyched to see that they actually like did this. Like they actually committed to doing it. I was so excited to see this last night. Eddie Kingston beat Claudio, which is a sentence that a much younger Reign who was watching Chikara and never got to see that match because Claudio went to WWE. I would not believe my future self if I went back and was like, no, seriously, self, it happened. It finally happened. I would not believe myself. Because that shit has been like almost like 15 years in the making between those two. And I give maximum respect to them for like to allow that match to happen and to have Eddie win is just absolute chef kiss. Like I knew how it was gonna end. I watched the clip and I still jumped out of my seat at work when the pinfall was counted. It was so good. Just so long in the making, and it needed to happen, and it did, and just overjoyed, so happy. And it happened in New York. Eddie's from New York. Couldn't have been better. It's great. Get some milk. I don't think we don't need it yet, but there you go, Chiago. Is it gonna rain again? Oh, it is gonna rain again. Hey, what up? Okay. And then in a few days we got another festival. Cool. Alright, but I hope you guys had fun, and I will see you next time with probably not more wrestling talk. talked for way longer about this than I wanted to. I'm sorry about that. Hopefully it was interesting. Hard worker, though. I'll see you guys next time. Till then, okay?